Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to do something different. I have my friend here, Charles. Say hi to my fans.
Hi everybody, how are you doing today?
So we're going to do something different. We're going to do a video advising ourselves if we were 16, and we're going to address three things: finance/career, relationships, and challenges about life. So like your emotional, mental, spiritual journey and what have you. So and what would I tell Angela, who's 16, if I had the chance to?
This sounds quite exciting actually. I wanna go through this. I think I have a lot. You know, that's like 16 years ago for me.
It is? Oh my god. I had to calculate my age. Right, in my head I'm 21.
Yeah, it was, man, and I'm thinking this has been one heck of a journey.
Okay.
So I don't know where to start.
Let's start with career and finance. That's usually, career and finance is usually an easy.
For career, the first thing I would say, I don't want to make controversial statements right here, but I think this is gonna be one.
What's new?
Don't listen to anybody that tells you they know what's good for you. They don't know. Can I curse?
Yeah.
Fuck all. I look back at it, right, and all the career advice that I was given around that time that I took so personally into her, and then I did everything that I did. I look back at it and I realized it was some of the dumbest shit ever.
Give me one example. Give them an example. So what did someone say to you? When did you start getting advice, do you think, people telling you?
I don't think they started. I think it happens even before that. Because they're always asking leading questions.
Yeah.
So they're asking you, what do you want to be when you grow up? And of course, you're 10. I used to say I want to be a lawyer. I don't know what a fucking lawyer entails at 10.
Yeah,
so,
that's true. And he ended up doing law.
Which, I look back at. And I'm thinking,
he's not doing law now.
So you see my point. The first thing I'll say to my 16-year-old self, right? I'll be like, everybody has their own path. Map yours.
Yep.
Decide the man you want to be when you're 21, 25, 30, 40, and go for it.
Yep.
And disregard everything anybody says to you.
Yep.
That's what I said to my 16-year-old self. But I suppose for me to arrive at this way of thinking, I had to go through the last 16 years to realize it. So I don't know, is it?
Yeah. No, it's fair. Because there might be someone young who's watching
Absolutely.
this. And you never know. We could be the clincher. What about finance? So you said about career. What about finance? What advice would you give yourself?
All right. I'm gonna find the best way to say this. Learn that shit. There is no two ways about it. Either you can learn it at 16 and get good at it, or you can get much later and realize you don't know fuck all about it. So 16, mate, this is the best time. Learn it. Learn finances, learn investment, learn how to make your money work for you. Learn all of that shit. Don't rely on your part-time job for everything or your job.
Yeah.
Learn multiple
ways of how to get a source
exactly
of income.
Exactly. Don't let it be there, because if you don't sort it out, it will be the thing that governs your way of thinking, because you're always gonna need it. But if you learned it, then you can actually go on to live the authentic life that you're supposed to.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so I'll do finance and then I'll do the other way around. So for finance, and I did it with my sister. So my sister we have a 10-year age gap. So when
So she's 11.
We have a 10-year age gap. Oh, right. Well, she's 6. Or are you saying 11?
No. I'm talking about now.
Yeah.
You're 21.
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
You got me there. No, so I used to, what I learned when I was working, I was, after a while, I was like, oh my God, I could have probably done so much if I started learning how to save and writing down my expenses. So that's what I would advise my 16-year-old self. Make a point to write down stuff. Don't be so focused on buying stuff and buying things. Pay for your driver's license, pay for your lessons, go do that, because that's a long-term investment. That's
Absolutely.
what I would have been working on, because in UK you can start doing that from the age of 17. But here obviously it's 18. So I would advise someone to start like noting down their finances, put in a little bit of money. And I think if I started to do that at 16, I wouldn't have been like broke during uni life.
And also like that's like investing in themselves, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like investing in yourself.
Exactly. And then like if you're in terms of, find ways not to pay for everything. There's always free courses. Barter trade is everything. Like, honestly.
Life.
Yeah. So find ways where you can exchange your services, your time, in return for whatever it is. Obviously, there's some things that you do have to pay for. But find ways of how to, bargain for it and stuff. That's what I'd do more. Now, in terms of career, he was totally right. Don't listen to what someone tells you, the idea of what they think you should be. Sometimes they might be right, okay? It might,
but there's no way of like knowing they could be right.
So if you feel like that's completely someone else's idea about what you should do, then take a seat back and just enjoy learning. Like, you don't need to make a decision at 16.
That's it. I actually like going back. I don't know if this is gonna come much later, like in spirituality and shit. I would like us to like tell my 16-year-old self like be aware, like self-awareness, like start like
when we can talk about challenges of life.
Yeah.
So like in terms of,
I'm talking about like in terms of like career, like I didn't even realize I wasn't going the path I'm supposed to be.
Or like connect with your inner self.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like,
but that comes with asking yourself questions, reading books,
raising your consciousness.
And also in terms of like whoever you admire, why do you admire them? Why do you consider them your role model? Why are they your role model?
Yeah.
So that can kind of be a guidance of maybe where you want to go in life.
Yeah.
If you're like me, I think I was very fortunate. I'm kind of still in the same path from the beginning. In terms of I did media. I've always kind of done things that are centered on, and I'm still doing them in one way or another. Does that make sense?
Yeah, of course.
So like media, even though I'm not directly working for a media house, I'm doing like stuff like YouTube. I have my own blog. So I do stuff to do with marketing. So I've never really gotten away from that. So I am the small status quo, like, I don't know, bracket,
Like
percentage of people that whatever they started learning,
they liked it enough to like, or loved it enough to continue.
Yeah. Now, in terms of that, like, you're a great example. So sometimes you can go to uni and then
that's never good.
And then after uni, you're like, actually, I kind of wasted 3 years of my life in the wrong degree. Yeah. And I know someone who did that. Did their first degree, decided it wasn't for them, and they went back to school and did now the degree that they wanted to. If you're able to do that, kudos to you. Sometimes you're not able to do that. But it's not the end of the world, is what I want to say.
I've had, like, going back to that, right? I've had a lot of conversations with, like, I don't know what you're calling them, the new rich. And I've noticed a lot of them, they shed loads of them that didn't go to uni. Because uni, like all the other educational institutions, if you ask me, right, it's supposed to train you to be somebody.
Yeah.
No, or it's supposed to like be the vessel that expands your thinking, so it challenges your way of thinking.
Yeah.
But I think like some of the traditional courses that we did, it didn't do that.
Yeah.
So I think there's like other ways of like learning skills that actually like open you up.
Yeah.
And get you closer to like the person you need to be.
Yeah.
So even when it comes to degrees, like it's not the end of the world if you never finished it or if you don't have one.
Yeah.
It's not the end of the world, or you don't necessarily need to feel like it has to be your route.
Yeah.
Because everybody else did it.
Yeah.
I sat down like with like 6 graduates just before New Year's, right? And every single one of them, none of them like could even like told me why they went to do what they did. So the conclusion that we all came up at the end of it, right?
You just did a degree to do a degree.
Exactly, but even because in Kenya market it's even funnier because a lot of them were like, well, I suppose your first degree is for your parents.
Wow, that's so sad.
You know what I mean? Like, but that's a reality though.
Yeah.
Like your parents have always wanted
right.
you to like do this, wanted you to do this, so you end up like doing this without knowing. Like, you're not, like, doing your purpose. You're not doing what you're supposed to be doing on earth. And every single one of us has, like, their mission, surely, right?
Yeah, totally. When I went to uni is when I realized, because my best friend never went to uni. He's never been interested in education, but he was very supportive of me going to uni, and still is. And he's still never gone to uni. He's never. I think he finished college and that was it really. But I used to think, like, how can you not want to go to uni?
You
like,
know?
What do you mean? What do you mean you don't go to uni? I went to uni, I was like, oh, I totally get it now.
Yeah.
Like, education's not for everyone, and academics are not for everyone. So if your path means that you don't, it's not the end of the world. You might decide to learn later in life. I did my postgrad 7 years after when did I go? 2013. Yeah, 6 years after taking a break from my degrees when I decided to do a postgrad. I'm still thinking about doing a master's. I'll do it whenever I'm ready.
My mom got her degree at 50.
Yeah. So it doesn't really
and
matter.
And then like she's gone to do amazing things with it, because she's like doing what she was supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
But you see my point.
Yeah.
And also another thing I've realized, I would also say to my 16-year-old me, regurgitating facts and knowing, I don't know, education parameters, me being really shit at maths, because I'm really
I did maths twice, so I have no shame in saying that.
My friend, when I was getting my A levels for English, I was also collecting my GCSE maths.
Same here.
And I got a C, and I'm not gonna lie to you,
So
I was so fucking proud of it.
So was I.
Because I had sweat so badly.
I was like, I'm gonna do this again.
Yeah, I was sitting there going am I stupid? If you don't get one thing, that doesn't make you unintelligent. I actually consider myself to be a relatively intelligent person. A lot of people would disagree, I'm sure.
I'm not being one of them. I agree, you're very intelligent.
But I consider myself to be that. And going through school, I didn't always feel it.
Yeah.
So it's because that was the system that wasn't designed for me to thrive.
Yeah.
And therefore I always recognize that just because you don't feel like school is smart for you.
Yeah.
You don't feel like you belong in school. It's not the end of the world. You're not the problem. The school system is the problem.
Yeah. Or it might not even be to do with the school system. It could just be there's some things that you're strong at, and that's fine. And there's some things you will just always just be average on. You'd have to work 10 times harder to even just about meet someone else and who's in the same level. You want to be in the same level, but they'll always be ahead of you, and that's fine. That's okay. That's absolutely okay.
You have your own race to run.
Yeah, totally. So now, I think relationships. What would you... What would you advise yourself, your 16-year-old self, in regards to relationships? Do you want me to help you? Do you want me to start while you figure yourself out?
Please.
Well, what I would do